Hi friends, welcome. So today we've got just under an hour of movement, and in today's flow class we'll be really focusing on opening the hips and the upper body, so doing some hip opening and some twists to get into all those tight and sticky spots. I recommend having 2 blocks for our class and also a blanket as we'll begin seated. So if you like to sit on a blanket, grab your blanket, fold it once or twice, and then we're going to start in Sukhasana with our right shin crossed in front of the left shin. So take a moment just to get organized. Try to find a seat where your hips are a little bit higher than your knees. You can rest your hands on your thighs in whatever way is comfortable. Draw the fronts of the shoulders back and down. Slightly lower the chin towards the chest. And then allow the eyes to close or soften, whatever feels best in this moment. And take a moment just to allow yourself to land into your body. A little bit of stillness. Oftentimes there's stress just getting onto the yoga mat. There's so many things to do before we arrive here. So whatever happened before you got onto your mat and into this shape, just let it go as it's already in the past. And start to bring your attention inward onto your breath. Begin to find a slow, a soft, a steady breath here in and out of the nose. See if you can match the length of your inhales with the length of your exhales. With each exhale, press down into your seat. Feel the sense of grounding through your sit bones. And with each inhale, lengthen your spine, grow a little bit taller. And take just about 2 or 3 more breaths here. Grounding with the exhales. Opening with the inhales. Using the breath to bring your attention to this moment, whatever it is you're experiencing. And with your next breath in, bring your palms together in front of your heart. And as you exhale, allow your eyes to softly flutter open. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And as you exhale, twist to your right. Bring your right fingertips behind you, left hand to the right near thigh. Inhale, sit up taller in your seat. And exhale, twist. Spin the left ribs forward, the right ribs back. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. 1 more full breath in, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, come through center. Bring your hands behind you. Bend your knees and plant your feet on the ground. Cross your right ankle past your left knee, come into a figure 4. Get the bony part of your ankle past your knee, flex your toes. And as you inhale, see if you can sit up a little bit taller rather than rounding the spine or slouching. And as you exhale, feel this right knee and thigh move away from the chest. And take just a breath or so here. So we'll be coming back to this shape a couple more times today. Prioritize the length in your spine. 1 more breath in. And then exhale, release your figure 4 and come back to Sukhasana, this time left shin in front of the right. Reach your arms forward in front of you, palms facing down, arms about shoulder width apart. Inhale, raise your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Stay to exhale, soften your front ribs down and in towards your frontal hip bones. Now curl your fingers in super tight, making fists with your hands, and then spread your fingers really wide. Again, curl in, waking up the fingers, spread really wide, waking up the wrist and the forearms. And now let's go as fast as we can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep reaching up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Spread your fingers. Take an inhale. Turn your palms to face each other. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, rotate. Left ribs spin back. Right ribs forward. Again, inhale, grow taller. And exhale, twist. Keep rolling the shoulders back. 1 more full breath in. Exhale, come through center. Bring your hands behind you. Bend your knees and plant your feet on the floor. Cross your left ankle past the right knee. Find your figure 4. Get the bony part of your ankle past your knee. Flex your toes. Doesn't matter how close your legs are to you. If it helps to give yourself more space, of course, go for it. But prioritize the length in your spine. As you inhale, almost imagine you're doing a back bend. Arching the spine, try to keep those natural curves of the spine. Exhale, press the left knee and thigh forward. So use your inhales to lengthen. Exhales to deepen the stretch. Left thigh presses forward. One more breath in. And now exhale, release. All right, cross your ankles, roll over your feet. You can move your blanket to the side and come to hands and knees in a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. Let's just take a couple cat-cows as you inhale, arch your spine. Draw your heart forward and up. Exhale, reverse, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Let your tailbone curl up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the front body. Exhale, round. Tailbone curls towards the heels. Open the back body. One more round on your own. Start to feel the pattern of moving with your breath. And then start to come back towards center. Walk your hands forward a big 2 to 3 inches. Hands are shoulder width apart, wrist creases parallel to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Glance back at your feet. Make sure they're about hip bone apart with your inner heels hidden behind you. Press into every knuckle, every fingertip to send your hips up and back. In particular, press into your thumb and index finger, the inner part of your hand. Keep that rooted as you spin your inner arms forward and squeeze your outer upper arms back and in. Relax the head, the eyes, the jaw. Take a full breath in through your nose. And an open mouth clearing breath. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Try to lift the right inner knee to the sky as you squeeze the left hip back in space. Straighten the legs, square off the hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tap your knee to your right outer upper arm, hold, and step your foot outside your right hand. Get the knee over the ankle. Drop your back knee. Left hand stays down. Reach the right arm forward, up, and all the way back. Turn your right palm up to face the ceiling. Press your shoulder blades into your chest. And this might be enough. Feel free to stay here. If you're able to bend the back knee, do so. If you're able to grab the foot or ankle, do so, but never force. Keep reaching the chest forward. Stamp the right heel into the earth. One more breath. Release your back foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, raise your right arm straight up towards the ceiling, twist. Reach your chest forward as you push the left heel back. Spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. Inhales to lengthen. Exhales to rotate. One more breath in. Exhale, bring your top hand down. Step your left foot forward, turn your toes out, heels in, and find a squat. Keep your heels on the ground, bend your knees. Maybe it's more active squat, hips the height of your knees. Maybe you go lower, maybe you're sitting up onto a block. Make it work for you. Keep the weight back in your heels and your hips. As you drop your sitting bones, can you lift the chest? One more breath in. Plant your hands, exhale, fold. Parallel your feet. Bend your knees a lot. Keep your knees bent as you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Once your chin lifts, sweep your arms to the sky. Take a full breath in. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, chest forward, slide the shoulders back. Plant your hands, step your left leg back, runner's lunge. Hands can always come to blocks here. Take an inhale. Back heel stays high. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Find that long, modified pyramid pose. Pulsing through that, inhale, bend the front knee. Hips drop, heart lifts. Exhale, straighten and fold. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. And now stay. Keep your legs straight. Find a little more length in your spine. Inhale, ripple the heart forward and up. Exhale, fold in a little more. Relax the head and neck. With your next breath in, rebend the front knee. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to your plank pose. Catch your hips shoulder height. Option to drop to your knees and plank. Lift your pubic bone up towards the navel and lengthen the tailbone to the heels. Push the floor away from you as you reach your heart forward. One more inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Point your toes. Sweep your arms back, palms face down. Now you could stay like this. If you can comfortably interlace fingers at the low back, do so. Don't worry about it though. I didn't even ask you to grab a belt. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your shoulders. Reach your knuckles up and back. Drop the gaze slightly so the back of the neck is long. Press into every toenail, even your pinky toenails, and then lift the kneecaps, engaging the fronts of the legs, the quadriceps. One more breath in. Keep the height of your chest as you exhale. Place your hands down right under your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the thighs, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, raise your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Straighten the legs, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, tap your knee to your left outer upper arm, hold, and step your foot outside your hand. Get the knee over the ankle, drop your back knee. Right hand stays down, sweep your left arm forward, up, and back like you're drawing a big semicircle. Press the shoulder blades into your chest. And now maybe you stay here, maybe you bend the back knee, maybe reach for the foot or ankle. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you can breathe comfortably. Make sure you're never forcing the body. One more breath in. Release the back foot if you have it. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Left arm stacks over the right arm, twist. Use your inhales to get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. Use your exhales to spin your top ribs back, your bottom ribs forward. One more breath. Exhale, top hand down. Step your right foot forward, feet a little wider than hip bone apart. Turn your toes out and then bend your knees and come to your squat. Try to keep the heels down. Remember, you don't get extra points for having a deep squat. So if it makes sense to stay higher, of course, stay higher. If it makes sense to sit up onto a block, do so. And as you press your knees out wide, also feel this action of hugging in. Inner thighs hugging in. Drop the sitting bones, lift the chest. Take a breath in. Plant your hands, exhale, fold. Parallel your feet and bend your knees a lot. Keep your knees bent as you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. At the top, sweep your arms to the sky, full breath in. Exhale, fold forward, maybe a little bend in the knees. Inhale, heart forward. Plant your hands, step the right leg back, runner's lunge. Feel free to bring your hands to your blocks here. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg. It's a long pyramid pose. So if you bring your hands to your blocks, you might be able to straighten the front leg and then you get more of that hamstring stretch. Let's pulse through that. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, straighten. One more time, inhale. Exhale, straighten and stay. Spin the right inner thigh back. That'll bring the outer hip forward. Relax the head and neck. And then rebend the front knee. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Step back. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Stay to exhale. Press your thigh bones up as you lengthen the tailbone to the heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower to the belly. Point your toes. Reach your arms back, palms face down, or if you interlace fingers, do so with the opposite thumb on top. Ground through your feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Reach your knuckles up and back. Roll the fronts of the shoulders away from the floor. It's as if you're squeezing a pencil between the shoulder blades, pressing the shoulder blades into the chest, broadening the collarbones. Take another breath in. Keep the side of your chest. Place your hands down, elbows over wrists. Inhale, upward facing dog. If this is too strong of a back bend, stay with baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out of your mouth. As you inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Take a little stroll to the top of the mat. Lengthen at the top, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up to stand. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastihiti. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, do so now. Ground through the feet. Steady the breath. And soften your gaze. Rest your arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, rock forward, reach your heart forward. Plant your hands, step your left leg back, right leg back. Plank pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing or baby cobra on the belly. Exhale, downward facing, hips up and back. Deep breath in and deep breath out. So I will teach the vinyasa that we just did, but you could always step to plank, lower to the belly instead of that low push-up position. You could take baby cobra instead of up dog. You could take cat-cows. So ask yourself what your body needs. Taking what you need today, not your last yoga class. Really paying attention. Take one more long inhale here. End of your exhale, feet to your hands, step or take a little hop forward. Lengthen at the top, heart forward. Exhale, folds. Inhale, press up to stand, root to rise. Reach up. And exhale, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, chest forward. Plant your hands, step right leg back first, left leg back. I tricked you. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Ground through your thumb and index finger, that inner part of your hand. And can you keep that rooted as you spin your inner arms forward? It's hard to do both, but root down through the base of each index finger. Squeeze your outer upper arms back and in. Chest presses towards the thighs as you draw the front ribs in. One more inhale here. End of your exhale, feet to your hands, step or hop. Lengthen at the top. Exhale, fold. Press up to stand. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, arms by your sides. Let's do one more vinyasa, back to down dog. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rock forward, heart forward. Plant your hands, step or hop to bent elbows, chaturanga. Come through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. As you inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, lift it as high as you can, and step your right foot in between your hands. Toes in line with fingers, spin the back heel down. Line up your front heel with your back arch, and then open up wide, warrior two. Work towards making your front thigh parallel to the mat. Right knee over the ankle in line with the second toe. Ground through your right heel, try to lift your front hip off your thigh. Anchor through your back heel, straighten the back leg as you feel that lift in the low belly. And now soften your eyes over the right fingers and steady the breath. Keep the bend in your front knee, flip your front palm, reverse the warrior, tip up and back. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat, come to the ball of your back foot, step your left foot forward. Feet together, little space between the heels or hip bone apart. Bend your knees, raise your arms, chair pose. Go down and back with your hips. Press the shins back so weight's in the heels and the hips. And then go up with your arms. One more breath, maybe sit a little lower. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart forward. Plant your hand, step just the left leg back. Be heel to heel or wider this time. Balance on the ball of your back foot. And inhale, rise up to a high lunge. Take a little bend in your back knee. Work towards making your front thigh parallel to the mat. Ground through your right heel. Do that as you lift your frontal hip bones up towards the front ribs. It's as if you could hook your tailbone to your front heel. And then keeping the tailbone heavy, the front knee bent, now make the back leg a little straighter, push the thigh bone back. One more inhale, reach up through your arms, maybe touch palms. Exhale, hands to the mat, nice work. Step to your plank, come through your vinyasa. Your vinyasa could be coming straight to downward facing. Take a full breath in and full breath out. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward, toes in line with fingers. Spin the back heel down, don't rush here. Line up your front heel with your back arch and then open up wide warrior two. And so oftentimes we rush into standing into the pose, but it's so much easier if you line up your feet first because that's what's on the ground, that's what's supporting you the most. Once your feet are aligned, you can take a long enough stance that you can make your front thigh maybe parallel to the mat. Make sure that front knee's over the ankle, over the second toe. Push your right thigh back so there's no bend in the knee. Gently release the tailbone down. And then if it feels like you're surfing over your front leg, firm the back hip in. So once your feet are aligned, we align the pelvis, and then naturally your chest just stacks over your hips, the crown of your head over your chest. So now, can you soften? Keep the bend in the front leg. Flip your front palm, reverse the warrior, full breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot and step your right foot forward. Big toes touch, little space between the heels or feet hip width apart. Bend your knees, raise your arms, chair pose. Press the shins back. Go down and back with the hips, up with your arms. Keep those front ribs hugging in. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go and fold. Inhale, heart forward. Plant your hands, step the right leg back, runner's lunge. Heel to heel or wider. I always widen my stance a bit. Rise up to a high crescent lunge. Take a little bend in your back knee. Work towards making your front thigh parallel to the mat. Ground through the left heel, lift the pubic bone up and in, and imagine you could hook your tailbone to your front heel. Then make the back leg a little straighter. Small movements make a big difference. Last breath in, reach up, maybe touch palms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come through your vinyasa. Move with your breath. Don't rush. That's the nice thing about yoga. We're not here to rush. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, right leg up. Let's keep going. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step forward, toes in line with fingers. Spin the back heel down. Open up wide warrior two. And now trust that your body knows these movements. Keep the bend in the front leg. Flip the front palm, tip up and back. Keep tipping back as you straighten the front leg. Reverse your triangle, lift up and out of your legs. Legs stay straight. Reach the arms out wide. Reach the right arm forward as your hips go back, so the pelvis shifts back. Right hand to a block or lightly against the shin. I prefer a block. Keep the weight in the front of the right foot, the big toe mound. Wrap your right hip back and in towards your left heel and push the left thigh back. And then spin your top ribs back and down, turning your chest open towards the long edge of the mat. One more inhale, stay planted through your feet. Use the strength of your legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Bend the front knee, warrior two for a breath. And then hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot and step your left foot forward. Bend your knees, raise your arms, chair pose. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside the right knee. Press your shins back to the weights in your heels and your hips. And as you send your tailbone back, send your heart forward and up, almost like you're doing a little back bend. Now we are going to balance. Keep the twist if possible. Shift the weight to your right leg. Pop your left heel off the ground. Keeping your eyes very steady. You're going to step your left leg long and back. See how long you can hover the leg. And then step back to a prayer twist. And once you get there, if you need to place your hands down, adjust your feet, do so. If you want to make this a more open twist, left hand down, right arm up, do so. If you want to drop the back knee, go for it. Ground through the right heel. Wrap the right hip back and in as you push the left thigh up. Can you send your heart forward a little more? One more breath in. And then you're out of there. Hands to the mat. Step to your plank, Vinyasa, or straight to down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Left side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward, toes in line with fingers. Spin the back heel down. Open up wide. Warrior two. Keep the bend in the front leg. Flip the front palm tip up and back. Keep tipping back as you straighten the front leg. Reverse your triangle. Lift up and out of your legs. Legs stay straight. Come through center. Reach the arms out wide. Reach your left arm forward, but think about your hips moving back. Then left hand comes to a block or lightly against the shin, Utthita Trikonasana. Wrap your left hip back and in towards the right heel as you root down through the ball of the foot. And then what about your back heel? Press into the outer edge of your back foot. See if you can straighten the back leg. Every inhale, get longer from the crown of your head to your hips. Every exhale, spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. One more breath. Use the strength of your legs. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Bend the front knee just for a breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot and step your right foot forward. Bend your knees, raise your arms, chair pose. Draw your palms together in front of your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee if possible. Press the shins back. Try not to round your spine. Lengthen the tailbone back. Send your heart forward and up. And now try to keep the twist. Turn your gaze to the floor. Get steady. This does not have to be perfect or graceful. Doesn't matter. No one cares. That's a good news. Now pop your right heel off the ground. And see how slowly you can step your right leg back. And then once you find that prayer twist, if you need to place your hands down, adjust your feet, do so. Feel free to make it more open. Right hand down, left arm up, or drop the back knee. Make it work for you. Wrap your left hip back and in towards the right heel and push the right thigh up. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back foot. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to your plank. Come through your Vinyasa. And let that go. Take a full breath in. With your next exhale, drop to your knees. Come to a child's pose. And take just about 5 or so breaths in your child's pose. Try to come back to that steady breath in and out of the nose if possible. Maybe your exhales are a little bit longer than your inhales so that you're releasing more than you're taking in. Feeling the breath slow down, bringing that sense of ease to the body. So that as we start to bring the movement back in just a moment, we can go through this movement in a calm way. And that's really the yoga. After your next breath or so, crawl your hands forward and meet me back in downward facing dog. So we're going to run through that flow that we've been doing one final time. Last little standing piece, adding on a couple more layers. Take a full breath in through your nose and open your mouth. Let it go. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your right foot forward, spin the back heel down, open up wide, warrior two. Take your time, but trust that your body is wise, it knows what to do. Keep the bend in your front knee, flip and reverse the warrior. Keep tipping back, straighten the front leg, reverse your triangle. Come through center, you know where we're going. Keep your legs straight, reach the right arm forward. Right hand to a blocker, lightly against the shin. Now we are coming towards half moon, so I recommend grabbing a block here. Firm the right hip in and under towards the wall you're facing and push the left thigh back. Keep rotating the top ribs back. Try not to turn your chest towards the floor. And now start to bend your front knee. Walk your right hand forward, and then as you're ready, launch forward into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Find one spot on the ground to look at and don't move your eyes. Press into all four corners of your foot, especially the big toe mound. Hug the right hip in. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel, longer from top arm to bottom. One more breath in. Bend your standing legs, slowly step back, warrior two. Full breath in. Stay to exhale. Always nice to have 2 feet on the ground. And then hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot and step forward. Bend your knees, raise your arms, chair pose. Full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips for a moment. You're going to start to stand up on the right leg. Bring your left knee to your chest. Feel free to go to a wall. Find your balance. Root down through the right foot, firm the hip in. Now we're going to do some dynamic movement. It will be challenging. Don't try to be perfect here. Take an inhale. Exhale, figure four. Cross the left ankle past the right knee. Bend the standing leg. Go down and back with the hips. Keep your chest up. And now stand back up. Left knee to the chest. Reach your arms up. This is where the dynamic movement comes in. As you exhale, twist to the left. So right arm forward, left arm back. Your legs don't change. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, come to center. Exhale, standing figure four. Go down and back with the hips. Inhale, stand up, left knee to the chest. Exhale, twist to the left. You got this. One more time. Inhale, come to center. I know that right leg is tired. Exhale, figure four. Go down and back with the hips. Keep your chest up. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Now feel free to stay like this or bring your right hand to the outside of the left knee. If you're able to grab the big toe and straighten your leg, do so. Push the right thigh back for 3, 2, keep your left leg up, come through center, reach your arms up, full breath in. Step your left leg back, warrior one. Back heel spins down, be heel to heel or wider. One breath in, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Really nice. Step to your plank, vinyasa, or straight to down dog. I'm gonna skip the vinyasa. Save a little energy for the last round. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your left foot forward, spin the back heel down, open up wide, warrior two. Keep the bend, flip your front palm, reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg, reverse the triangle, lift the thigh bones up. Come through center, reach your left arm forward, let your hips go back. Left hand comes to that block maybe or against the shin. Firm the left hip in and under towards the wall you're facing. That'll keep your front knee over the second toe, and that's what we want for the next few poses. Start to bend your front knee. Walk your left hand forward, maybe bring that block with you. Launch forward, half moon. You can always have a little bend in the standing leg. Try to straighten the back, flex your right toes. Can you spin your top ribs back a little more? Find that beautiful open twist. One more breath, root down through the big toe mound. Bend the standing leg, step long and back, warrior two. Take a moment to pause. And then hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot and step your right foot forward. Bend your knees, raise your arms. Chair pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Stand up on your left leg and start to bring the right knee into your chest. So feel free to go to a wall, left hand at the wall. First, find your balance, root down through the foot, feel the lift in the low belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, cross right ankle past the left knee. Bend the standing leg, go down and back with your hips. Keep your chest up, trying not to round your spine. Doesn't matter how much you bend your knee. Now we're gonna move. Inhale, stand up, right knee to the chest. Reach your arms up. Legs stay as they are. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, come to center, reach your arms up. Exhale, figure four. Right ankle past the knee, bend your standing leg any amount, doesn't matter how much. Inhale, stand up, knee to the chest. Exhale, twist. I know it's a lot for that standing hip. You've got this. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, stand up, knee to chest. Now this is our last time. Exhale, twist to the right and hold. Left arm forward, right arm back. Firm the left hip in. You could stay. Maybe left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Maybe grab the big toe, straighten the leg. My eyes have not moved from one spot. Firm the left hip in. One more inhale. Keep the right leg up. Come through center. Reach your arms high. Bend your standing leg. Step back. Warrior one. All right, 2 feet on the ground. That's exciting. Reach your arms up. Full breath in. You're out of there. Hands to the mat. Step to plank. Come through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Deep breath in. Let that go as you breathe out. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter. We're here to experience it all. One more inhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Lengthen at the top. Exhale, fold. Press up to stand. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Samastihiti. All right. Starting to feel a little sweaty. We're going to do one more standing pose on each side. This is what you can think of as the peak pose, which is the biggest pose that we'll have done all class. Of course, people can say that's different for everyone, but it's one of the most challenging poses, but it's what we've been working towards. So we'll be doing a figure four and then have an option to add a twist, option to arm balance. So I'll do it right now, and then if you want to pause the video and try it for yourself, feel free to do it that way. So we're going to start by placing the blocks to the outside of our left foot. So feel free again to watch, pause, work on this side by yourself. But basically we're going to take a standing figure four, and then there'll be all these different options that you can decide to play with or not. And the yoga, of course, is not the final pose. It's how you set up the pose, staying mindful, moving slowly, not rushing, not judging yourself, not getting attached to the final outcome, because it really doesn't matter that much. So hands to your hips. Cross the right ankle past the left knee. Get the bony part of your ankle past your knee, flex your toes. And now bend your standing leg. So I like to imagine there was like a cupboard behind me, and I was trying to close the cupboard with my hips. Lengthen your tailbone back, chest up. Now you could stay here, figure four, or hands to heart center, take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, and if you're able to, hook the right outer upper arm to the sole of the right foot. So I'm trying to get the foot above my elbow. This is a lot. Feel free to stay or bring the right hand to a block. You could even stack your blocks. And this is where if you're like, I'm gonna pause the video and try this on my own, go for it. Some of you might say, I don't need a block for the bottom hand. Lean your chest back. If you want, reach your left arm up. Now the last thing I'll show is grasshopper pose, which is an arm balance. So if you wanna play with it, you have to first be able to get the sole of your foot above the elbow. Then, you plant your hands to face the back of the mat. For me, short end of the mat. I look forward, hands are shoulder width apart. Look forward past my fingers, not to the side, bend my elbows. And then try to float that back foot off the mat. If you can do that, kick your leg out to the side. Nothing is touching my left arm, but I'm pinning the elbow in. I come through center. And I fold over my legs. So once you're done on that side, take a little bend in your knees, maybe grab your elbows, maybe a little sway left and right. Bring your hands to your hips, come all the way to stand. So as you can see, that's a super big hip opener, a super big twist. We've already done all the hip opening, we've already done all the twisting. This is really just for fun. In my opinion, it's fun. And also to, challenge our mind to do something that looks crazy, to get out of our comfort zone and to stay calm, to not judge ourselves, to have compassion towards ourselves. So that's why it is important to be willing to try these crazy poses, but not get attached to the outcome. If you're using blocks, place them to the outside of your right foot. Remember, you can also stack your blocks, bring them higher to you. You also may decide that you don't need blocks. Hands to your hips. This is the yoga, how you set it up. Cross the left ankle past the right knee. Feel free to go to a wall and place the right hand at a wall to help with balance. Bend your standing leg. Flex your left toes, lengthen the tailbone back, chest up. You could stay here, figure 4, or hands to heart center, twist to the right. You could keep the prayer twist or try to get the left outer upper arm to the sole of the left foot. And that's why I'm glad I have a block here. You could stay here, bring the left hand to a block, whatever height works for you. Maybe right arm up, maybe the right hand's at your hip, lean your heart back. Big, big hip opener, big, big twist. A little ridiculous of a pose. Breathe if you want to play with grasshopper pose. Plant your hands, shoulder width apart. I'm facing the top of the mat now. Wrist creases parallel. Bend my elbows like chaturanga. You look forward and then try to get little hops, even a microsecond of getting the right foot off the ground, and then maybe kick the leg out to the side. Right elbow pins in, but there's no weight on the right arm. Come through center, and when you're done, release. Find a forward fold. Bend your knees. Let your head drop. Perhaps grab your elbows and sway left and right. And just feel what's present. Feel the energy flowing through your body, the warmth, the heat. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way to stand. Find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Rest your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rock forward, offer your heart forward. Plant your hands, step or hop to bend elbows. Come through your vinyasa. And then we'll meet in down dog. Now from your down dog, if you would like to lay on your back and take a figure 4, drop to your knees, lay down on your back. If you'd like half pigeon, slide the right shin forward, right knee a little wider than the hips. Walk your left leg back, get the weight back in the hips, not the front knee. You might slide that blanket or a block under your right hip, or both hips, I kind of like. If you're in half pigeon, you could even stay upright. It's more of a back bend, might feel nice. Or you can recline forward, support the forehead on your mat, your hands are a block. If you're on your back, taking a figure 4, cross your right ankle past the left knee. And notice how it feels as we've done this shape quite a bit today. We won't be here too long. Take the first couple of breaths just to settle in, find that sweet spot. And then if your mind is getting busy as the body slows down, take a moment and scan your body and feel what's present. And know that whatever you feel is okay. We're not trying to change that. Simply notice it, become aware of it. And if there's something a little uncomfortable, a little tight, rather than avoiding it, I encourage you to start to breathe into that part of the body so that things don't get stuck, but we can create space. Take another full breath in, full breath out. If you're on your back, taking a figure 4, please switch sides when you're ready. If you are taking half pigeon, come back onto your hands, back to down dog. And if you want to raise the right leg up, bend your knee and open up your hip. Go ahead and do so. Take any movements that feel nice. Hip circles, flip dog, ankle circles, little free flow. And then right leg down, slide the left shin forward, left knee a little wider than the left hip for half pigeon. Walk the right leg back. Support your hips as needed. If you're on your back, taking a figure 4, cross the left ankle past the right knee. And then you could stay either upright in half pigeon, even if it's just for a breath or so, or recline forward. Support your forehead as needed. Each side of your body is different, so take a moment to get any fidgets out. And then be still and feel what's present. And try to find a sense of ease there. Maybe you start to relax the muscles in the face or soften the shoulders. And relax the belly and the hips. Start to send prana energy to the parts of the body that feel stuck or tight or sticky. Another full cycle of breath. If you're in half pigeon, come back onto your palms. Find one final down dog. Take any final movements that feel nice. Maybe raising the left leg up, bending the knee, open the hip. If you're on your back, you can stay there, as that is where we will all be in just a moment. From your down dog, gently drop to your knees. Swing your feet off to one side and come to lay down on your back, setting up for a final twist. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Bring your arms out wide to a T with your palms up. Cross the right knee over the left knee, crossing at the thighs. Scooch the hips off to the right a bit and drop the knees to the left. Maybe the gaze stays up, maybe it goes over the right arm. And if this feels too much, feel free to stack your knees. Soften the shoulders and relax the fingers. As you inhale, come through center. Uncross your legs, plant your feet on the mat, and cross the left knee over the right, crossing at the thighs. Scooch the hips off to the left a bit, drop the knees to the right. You might go and turn the gaze to the left. And now Kaya is in here doing a little stretch as well. As you inhale, come to center. Uncross your legs. Find the midline of your mat. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself the biggest squeeze, the biggest hug, bringing gratitude towards your body, what it does for you each and every day. And then we'll set up for Shavasana. Extend your legs long on the mat. Gather any props you like, maybe a rolled up blanket under the knees. Maybe cover the eyes with a towel. Let the arms and the legs splay out, take up space so that your body can expand. And then start to feel the ground supporting the body. That earth element support you, bringing that sense of grounding, that sense of sending the energy downward in the body. If possible, start to breathe down into the belly, down into the pelvis. Trusting that the earth is supporting you, allow the body to relax everywhere. And keep your attention on the natural rhythm of your breath here. Start to deepen your breath. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana a little longer, pause this video, stay as long as you need. Otherwise, invite little movements back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe reach your arms behind you, take a full body stretch. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and very slowly roll onto one side of your body. And using your hands to help prop yourself up, we'll meet in a seated position with our eyes closed or the gaze soft. And feel free to sit up onto a block or blanket so that you can elevate your hips and find the length in your spine. Keeping the lift, the openness in your chest. As you inhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Exhale, lower the chin to the chest. Surrender towards heart center, to the quiet that can be found within. And thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.